Don't move. 7 Ways Carnival affects everyone in the country.
Not just masqueraders, not just fete goers or promoters or artists or any of those things. Everybody.
Carnival is a seed of tea. I know a lot of the talk has been about us carnival stakeholders like myself and Hotfoot Harmony who can't ply our trade, but this video is not about that. Here are some ways a carnival affects you even if you never went to a fete in your life. Now, before I start, let me just introduce who we are. Now, you probably know me. I mean, I've been sitting here talking to you for a while, but I'd like to introduce you to Hotfoot Harmony. Hi.
Hi.
Point number 1. Allowing an industry to be closed after this industry took decades to develop is not healthy for the economy. And let me explain. Imagine our transport system has taken years to develop because we have maxi taxis. And one day we're going to burn all of the maxi taxis and we're just going to use cars, regular taxis, and we're going to build a rapid rail station. Even though it is possible for us to never have maxi taxis again and still commute from point A to point B, the fact that the maxi taxi transport system has been developed over time would mean that our entire economy would be shocked and it would still affect all of us.
Why Carnival? Of all things, why is the focus on Carnival? You know, there are a array of things that we could possibly invest in, ecotourism. The bottom line is just that we have invested energy and time and a lot of money in this throughout the years. So to just let it sit by the wayside now is not healthy. It's like building a school and just leaving it to rot.
Not like just building one school, because Carnival is an industry. So it's not like one event can happen, all events not happening. It's like building all the schools and then one day you wake up, it had no more schools. Point number 2, how the economy works is that all of our other investments are not going to work effectively if one industry is closed.
Like the human body. So if your tooth is aching, even though your tooth is one of the smaller parts of your body, that ache affects the rest of you.
So the term economy refers to the production and consumption of goods and the subsequent supply of money. Think of the economy as a system or ecosystem. And within this ecosystem, if something is missing, then it's going to affect the entire ecosystem. So it's not a situation where you never went to a fete in your life and those people under pressure, so you okay. We all going to feel it.
So for instance, if you're going into an exam, having a good score on your SBA will increase your chances of getting a good score overall.
Nobody is saying that carnival and entertainment is the majority of our economy, you know. What we are saying, however, is that it contributes to our final mark. Point number 3. So carnival has the potential to do for us in the future what oil has done for us in the past, which is be the cornerstone of our economy. Now, you know, growing up, oil has been something that has been very important to us and very essential to our GDP. Don't we want our children to benefit from our actions now? So we had to put things in place. And that is because our entire economy globally is shifting away from its dependence on oil and gas. This is serious because ignoring a rapid growth industry or a country product is just like when back in the days, everybody was on BBM, and we never thought WhatsApp was going to replace BBM until it did. Point number 4. We have the potential to create indigenous country-specific products if our carnival remains the premier carnival in the world. A country-specific product is like Blue Mountain coffee in Jamaica. Now, I could come up with the best coffee in my opinion, but I could never call it Blue Mountain coffee because it's not made in that area. Similarly, if we have a premier festival and we develop brands in and around this festival, we would be able to invent products, and no matter if someone else comes up with something quote unquote better, they still can't use the brands that we have developed as a country.
That is the irony. That's the same thing that we're speaking about, that we don't know about our history and we aren't taught enough about our own culture.
Why do we need to create country-specific brands? It doesn't matter because we're not going to make more money. Okay, let me explain. So this is a bottle of sparkling wine. This is a bottle of champagne. And one of these costs $400 and one costs $100. One is made in the area of Champagne and the other one isn't. If we're able to develop our brands because we're using this country-specific brand, i.e. just because we're from Trinidad, we would be able to reap the rewards even if you're selling a product that is not related to carnival. Our carnival may not stay the #1 carnival if we stay hiding underneath the bed. You may say, nah, that ain't me. But when some companies use oil to make millions, we personally benefited. Nobody ever said, well, I never dip my hand in the oil, or I never stand up next to the oil barrel. Similarly, you may never see a Carnival product, but you will still personally benefit when it contributes to our gross domestic product. Point number 5. Carnival is the catalyst for creativity and our entire creative sector. Now, no matter who you are, no matter where you're from, if you have a business or you might even be working with a business, you're going to have to interact with creators. So think of it like economies of scale. Because there's more work for us creatives, we are able to deliver a much better job. And now that there's less work, you find one of two things happen. Either A, the creators would raise their price, and higher prices means if Hot Foot Harmony want to start a business, she under pressure because she might be able to afford those prices. Or B, the creative may lower their prices and take more jobs. Hot Foot Harmony go and pay her money, and then the creative go and disappear. So you know how like now everybody running on Bitcoin and everybody is a crypto expert? Do you know that we could take our digital products within the Carnival landscape, which we have a lot of, find the unique identifiers and sell these as NFTs? An NFT is a non-fungible token, a unique unit of data employing technology that allows videos, songs, images to become logged and authenticated on cryptocurrency blockchains. NFTs have a feature that you can enable that will pay you a percentage every time the NFT is sold. Best Carnival equal best Carnival NFTs equal high demand equal more money for everyone equal better quality of life. Point number 6. Carnival is a catalyst for tourism and retail. When Carnival happens, there's way more US dollars circulated in our country, so that when you have to travel, you are able to easier get US dollars either from your bank or from other citizens of Trinidad and Tobago, because we just have more in the economy. Less shopping, less stores, less bulk purchases. So that means that suppliers are able to dictate prices easier. So then we all pay more. You know, we go to the grocery store, we go to buy stuff and everybody bawling, oh my gosh, you know, things so expensive. We need to relate why things are expensive to our economy is not open 100%. So because our economy is not open 100%, it is obvious things are going to go up. Our economy is hurt, it's injured. So we need to heal the entire body so that we can perform at our best. Point number 7. Too much talk about Carnival this, Carnival that. Let's put a pause on that. What this entire title really should be, we need real life events for more than 10 people.
You know, I didn't even know that that was still the law, that you could only gather in groups of 10.
No matter what profession you're in, there would be events in and around your profession which would be helping your profession. So for example, the Law Association will have events, and as a young lawyer, you could go to there, you could network with other lawyers, and yes, you could do it online, but the event just makes it easier. Let's say an athlete, someone could host a fundraiser event and you could attend and you could raise funds. Now, I'm not saying that you can't do it at events, but events make it easier. And I could go on and talk about teachers, you know, the police service, people in government, people in private institutions.
Spoken word poets locally, the disruption or the reinterpretation of our call and response tradition. We cannot ignore that not being able to interact and not being able to feel those energies in person affects how we socialize and affects how our arts develop and affects the kind of opportunities that our artists have.
No matter what industry or no matter what profession you're in, you trying to develop your business is going to be more difficult. But in all this talk about Carnival and all this kikiing and it not affecting me and it affecting them and them suffering and I good because I have my job and it's not a problem, no matter what, we all still have to operate in this economy. So it is going to have an adverse effect on our GDP. It is going to have an adverse effect on our moral as a people. The prices that go up when you go to the grocery store happen in part because there is no Carnival.
Crick crack.
Thank you
Monkey
and good
business
night.
back on a piece of power.